What economists are saying ahead of the March U.S. jobs report. Economists are looking for stabilization in U.S. payrolls after getting whipsawed by hot and cold swings in the past two jobs reports and other recent indicators giving mixed signals on employment. Non-farm jobs increased by 177,000 in March, according to Bloomberg's survey, a level that would be just under the 3-month trend but down from last year's 223,000 average. The unemployment rate. Analysts will also be focused on the revision for February's big payroll slump to 20,000, the weakest reading in almost a year and a half, after January's 311,000 gain, which was upwardly revised. Estimates saying Bloomberg's survey for the March figure range from 110,000 to 277,000. Payrace what summit 160,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.5% annual wage growth. February's very soft jobs report contributed to markets pricing in Fed rate cuts later this year, but we expect a much better set of figures for March, which should help ease market fears about a slowdown, Chief International Economist James Knightley wrote in a note. February's Go inside the global economy with Stephanie Flanders in her new podcast, Stephanomics. Subscribe by 165,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.3% wage growth. 170,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.3% wage growth. An upside surprise would support our view that underlying activity remains solid, implying little need for a rate cut from the Fed this year, economist Veronica Clark writes. However, the 170,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.2% wage growth. While we expect moderate strength to continue over the medium term, incoming data during March suggests some room for caution when evaluating the labor market outlook during the month, Chief U.S. economist Louis Alexander writes. We do not expect 175,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.4% wage growth. 175,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.4% wage growth. While these results would mark another solid performance, the data are unlikely to end the debate on the direction of the next Fed move, writes Chief U.S. economist Michelle Girard. Despite February 190,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.3% wage growth. While we believe the trend in job growth has slowed from last year's strong pace, renewed declines in jobless claims and the resilience in business surveys suggest that the trend remains nicely above potential, writes economist Spencer Hill. Goldman Sachs Group 195,000 jobs, 3.8% unemployment, 3.4% wage growth. Payrolls will rebound after the anemic February data, writes chief financial economist Ward McCarthy. The outlier effect, with assistance from Chris Middleton. To contact the reporter on this story, Jeff Kearns in Washington at jkearns3@bloomberg.net. To contact the editors responsible for this story, Scott Landman at slandman@bloomberg.net, Jeff Kearns. For more articles like this, please visit us at Copyright 2019 Bloomberg LP.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park.